Hi, April. All right, I'm going to do your 30-minute spiritual healing now. So, you've shared quite a lot with me about your life and how it's been quite a difficult experience for you. So, I'm not even sure where Spirit and I are going to start on this. So, we're just going to go as guided by Spirit and we'll see what comes, okay? Because you've had some childhood trauma and you've had serious anxiety, some spiritual nightmare issues, all kinds of different things going on for you. It's amazing how well you're hanging in there and keeping your chin up and keeping it through, getting through each part of life. I'm really excited to help you heal. So, I'm just going to relax. We'll get started and see where spirit takes us, okay? Okay. So, I see a face that's sort of, it doesn't look like a real face. I mean, it's the face of a woman and she's smiling, right? But it looks like her face is made out of Play-Doh or like a wax person. Like they look real, but are they real? They're made out of wax. Behind the expression, there's a lot going on that molds the expression itself. I mean, it's like looking at a clay pot being created to look like a clay pot. It's fascinating because what is all the energy that goes into it? All of the energetic reflections that create an expression on someone's face. Even somebody who wants to feel love or be a reflection of love, still molded by scenes or events that create trauma and pain, still trying to smile through all of those memories as well. Literally, you're like a wax person. I'm seeing you entirely now, and I could take a knife, cut into you, and then what's beneath the skin? There's a lot beneath the skin of you. You're starting to fall apart in the way that it's almost like you're turning to a mush and you're starting to melt, or like Frosty the Snowman is starting to melt away. Your waxiness, the eyes are starting to sort of drip down and it's like candle wax melting or something. You're not holding your stance very well at all. You're not able to hold a sturdy structure at all. In fact, the face forward is really struggling to keep going. I mean, the smile and the happy face forward is even challenged to continue to be that. Your total structure is starting to sort of melt like ice cream in the sun. I mean, you must feel this going on with yourself, that you're just having a hard time holding up the facade that the world needs to see in order for you to be acceptable. We can't see people who are crying and emotional people. We don't need to see emotional people. That's for the soap opera. That's for the Jerry Springer. That's for the whatever. The reality is there's a lot of people in this world that need to be able to express themselves openly and honestly, and we need to be there to help each other. Because how do we help this world shift and change? We need to see that everybody is going through suffering. We need to be welcoming that people are honest. Their face forward is the most honest face forward. I'm telling you what this message is that you are going through. I don't know if this is like the 2017 message or this is what you're going to be. This is kind of like a message for you right now, but this is what you're going to be working on in the coming months, is really what would be like the collapse of a structure of your identity, which really needs to go. Super needs to go. It needs to be melted and remolded. You need to be a new structure because you need to be your honest structure. And that you're not going to get away with being anything but honest. And part of being honest is being honest with what has hurt you in your life, being honest with what you really need in order to nurture and heal all these reflections of yourself that are still memories and pain underneath the surface of you, right? I am continuing to just see you just melting like a mush pile of wax onto the ground. And what is the standing there looks literally, I mean, it looks like dog poop. I mean, it's the only way you could describe it. Standing upright. Sometimes we all feel like shit inside. And I could say that right now, some part of you is saying, I feel like shit inside. that's okay. It's okay, because if you've had life experiences that make you feel like shit, then a part of you really has a right to say, I do feel that way. And so you're sort of standing up, and that is what you look like. You don't even know how to be. You don't know how to feel. You don't know what it is to be a normal human being, is kind of what you're saying. I know what it is to feel like shit. I don't know what it is to feel like a normal human being. I don't even know where to begin to start to figure out how to rebuild myself after everything I've been through. That is what this part of you is saying. There's some sort of twinkle of some love energy that is very small whisper, but it's very powerful and impactful. It is some beautiful memory or some beautiful connection that is in your heart, and it keeps you going. It keeps you sustaining. It helps you. Sometimes we have like a little bell that, is our one thing we can hold on to help us get through our each and every day. And sometimes it's hope. Sometimes it's, I really do believe something good will come for me, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying, even if the next 10 years, are real shit wagon, however you want to look at it. There's something like a little bell within you that is saying, I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to keep trying. And something is a whisper of love in your heart, and it really does support you, and it really does help you, and it would make you feel alive inside to think about it, to connect with it, to cry from it, because it feels like real love to you. Unfortunately, though, that love whisper isn't creating you, though. It isn't molding you. It is helping you get through this experience, though, which is a good thing. We all need those little, pockets of love to, help us through our life. So I'm looking at you, looking back at me, and you are the version of all the shit you feel inside, kind of thing. I am looking at you as though you are not a piece of shit. Is basically, you are not a piece of shit. You are a real person with real feelings. I'm coming close to you. I am acknowledging that you are a real person with real feelings. And through that, you are starting to feel yourself feel like a real person. You need people in your life to see who you are, truly who you are, and to see that you really are a real person with real feelings, and you need love and nourishment on an extreme level. And so you're sort of putting your hand out because I'm acknowledging you. Now I'm holding your hand, looking into your eyes, and I say, I do not see you as a piece of shit. I see you as a real human being with love and feelings and real honest identity. Have you ever asked yourself, who am I? Who truly am I? Who am I in my heart? And when I am that person, there's something way more that you are being called to do in this life or for this world. And some part of you it's sort of like the superficial facade we all carry in order to get through the jungle gym of society and life and everything. You can't, you got to uphold whatever the facade is in order to people to accept you, or you to be, fit in, basically. But you're being asked really to take the washer, just you being asked to do things differently, being asked to show a new version of yourself, being asked to come out of the woodwork and say things differently, express yourself differently. Because that is you loving yourself as well. Loving yourself because you are loving the most honest version of yourself. You are loving the piece of shit self that you are not. But through pain and suffering, we can feel that way inside. You know what I'm talking about here. And when we continue to be the fake parts of ourselves, because that's what society wants from us, we aren't loving ourselves. We aren't. And society is not loving us either when we're not choosing to just be ourselves. You'd be really surprised by what can happen when you choose to just be who and what you are, especially with these changing times. Because these changing times are wanting us to just be the real us, the real people that we are. And you have a lot of realness inside of you, and it's way cooler than these images. You got a lot of sparkle going on, I'm telling you. And it's really nice. It's got a really, I don't know, the way it feels in my heart is like effervescent. But it's not a cool sensation. It's warming. It's like liquid warmth, and it's got hands that touch other people's lives naturally, just very natural. You have like a total, I could just see, I can sense it in my heart. I can feel it about your energy. You have a real natural healing knack. You would have a very natural healing knack because you feel so much. And because you could take the brood of pain in such a way, sometimes those of us who have that spiritual healing knack, we would just carry other people's pain and let them get away with not treating us right because we just, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to put the language correctly. You need to start being the loving version of the most profound super version of yourself, because oh my gosh, when you dig deep into all of this pile, you're going to be so blown away by who you truly are. Who you are underneath the surface of all of this is so special and so worth going after. It may be a very vulnerable road to get there, but you have a lot to look forward to in the upcoming years, especially when you start to buckle down and say, it's going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be emotional. I'm going to be nervous. I'm probably not going to be the coolest, awesomest, most acceptable version of me, but I acknowledge that this is part of me learning and discovering how to be me again, how to be the real me. This is just me tapping into the surface, How much deeper can we go here? There's a lot of depth we can go. Your energy just gets warmer and warmer like a furnace. I could imagine you could tell that I'm in your spiritual atmosphere right now because you would feel it in your heart. Your heart would just feel warmer. You could automatically acknowledge that you have spiritual senses. You sense love. You can feel love. You can feel healed by love as well. And you could share love on a very high caliber because of everything you've gone through. You understand. You can relate to people in very severe circumstances. You could be very loving and nurturing. But you have to be that too towards yourself as well. I'm still waiting for this energy, this conversation, this language is growing things, is inspiring things to change. However, there's nothing to see. They are not showing me a single image here. I'm looking at absolutely nothing. Is that the void space of your future? We don't know what's going to come next. We don't know what it looks like. But we can acknowledge things are growing because I feel like I am changing. I feel like I am seeing things about myself, and I'm acknowledging that it's time to do things differently. We don't know what that's going to look like, but it's good. It's positive. I'm waiting. Love is growing. It's super beautiful to feel. I feel love all around me. I feel love in my heart. I want to feel touched. I want to touch love and feel touched by love. I want to see love in all of its beautiful colors, in all of its beautiful sounds, in all of its radiating light. I want to hear, feel, touch, see, experience, become one with love. That is what this is. It's basically a void scene, but it is full of so much. What does it look like? Nothing. It looks like absolutely nothing. But the reality is, it is insanely full of so much. There's meaning to that. How do you see love? You just acknowledge that it is there, right? So, I am having you speak from all these, the melted wax reflection, the piece of shit reflection, was all of these reflections are saying, I see love is real. I feel love is real. I feel love all around me. I feel embraced by love. I feel healed by love. I am love. I welcome love to ignite within my heart. I welcome love to ignite within my mind. I welcome love to ignite my pathway forward. I don't have a clue how. I am going to transform from what I have been all of these years into what I am meant to become. I need love. I need your help. I don't know how you will help me. You're invisible to me, but I will acknowledge that you are real, that you are a part of me as I am a part of you. You are part of the manifestation of my life, and I ask that you manifest love, creative energy, positive energy, helping hands, loving faces, compassionate people, loving souls. I welcome love into my life. I welcome love into my life because I am welcoming myself to love myself as well. And when we start loving ourselves, we start opening a massive gateway to all of the other reflections that want to love us too. That's a hard one. We don't realize as human beings we get sort of thrown into the hustle and bustle of life, and we don't realize we don't take a lot of time to love ourselves. We take a lot of time to feel stress and feel anxiety and feel irritated and feel pissed off and feel short, the short side of the stick and all these things, but we haven't taken the time to say, you know what, you did a really good job today. Maybe life is a bit confusing and a little jumbly, but thank you, April. Thank you, Abby. Thank you. We say it to ourselves. We give ourselves a hug and tell ourselves we did a great job today. You got to do those things. That is a self-loving act. It is acknowledging the day and giving yourself a hug and telling yourself what a great job that you did. It's not putting yourself down. It is building yourself up. Raising your vibration through positive affirmations, positive thinking, welcoming love in, asking love to heal you, acknowledging that I don't have all the answers, I don't know everything, but I do trust in love. I do acknowledge love is real. I may not be able to see it, but I do see it, though, too. I do see how love has been helping me in my life. Even through all these challenges, I'm still standing. I'm still here today. I'm telling you, you are radiating energy. You're super colorful. You're like if you were entirely in oneness and balance with who and what you are as a total expression, you would be like the super ultimate reflection of some sort of a divine mother. Just anybody who walks into your presence, into your sphere, would be instantly healed by you, just instantly healed by you, because of this energetic caliber that you possess. It's instantly healing without you even doing anything at all. You just radiate healing. That is what you're doing. You just radiate love energy. It just touches us all. You can step into that. What do you have to do as a human being to break down the structures? Step into the superpower that you are. How are you going to go from here, human being, feeling, terrorized and succumb to the terror of the world? Now, how are you going to be the super? How are you going to go from this broken human being version to the super caliber version? One step at a time, one day at a time, and you do it with self-love. And this super part of you is going to be, it's going to catapult you forward very quickly. Okay, so they're showing me a new scene here. Hold on. It's sort of like, it's a slush pile. It's a mossy, sort of green, gooey swamp. I'm walking towards it. I live here. I live here. I actually don't feel gross by it. Things are changing. The gooey swamp is starting to become dried up. And what is left you're actually pounding your foot on the ground and it's just hard, super hardened rock. It's a whitish tan color. There is no gooey green swamp. There is just a hardened super shell rock. Unbreakable shell. I'm actually using your own healing abilities to heal yourself right now. You and I are working together. I'm channeling in your own healing abilities to heal this right now. Because it is like a furnace of warmth and love, and it doesn't question, it doesn't ask yes or no, good or bad, it doesn't judge, it's completely unconditional. And that type of love is the love that creates the miracle healing, the Jesus style healing, Christ consciousness reflection. We all are Christ consciousness, but what level of Christ consciousness have we reached? This super caliber, just natural healing energy you emit is unconditional, is Christ consciousness, is super, is angelic, is like the infinite rainbow, is creative, is everything. Bring this out of you and watch it heal you very quickly. And those who are attracted to you in your life, you're like a soothsayer of healing. I wouldn't be able to say that unless I could experience that myself. But are you going to use it to heal yourself? There's a reason that I'm using this tactic and technique, because it's also part of the wisdom for you as well. I'm seeing what you're capable of. Can you heal yourself? Can we make this work? Can we do it together? Do you need somebody in your life? I'm asking questions. I'm looking at all the angles here. It's tough to crack, I'm telling you that, but it's also not tough to crack. It just depends on how and what you believe you're capable of, what you believe your worth is, and what you're ready for in your life. How much time you're going to spend focusing on what does April need today? If I, put in somebody you love in your life and how you just want to take care of them and heal them and give them the best world ever. Now put yourself in that person's shoes. Now give them the best world ever. Take care of them. Take care of you. That's what it is. What do you need today? What can I do to show you how much I love you today? What can I do to give you a brighter world today? Say this to yourself. And do this for yourself. You've earned it. You've been through enough. It's just all that scary and beaten and all that terror and not cool stuff is what was, okay? What it is, we're going to start acknowledging that today we're going to start loving ourselves. Everything about ourselves. Start completely rebuilding our whole life and reality and the structure of what we believe we are, through just simply loving yourself. We're still working on this. This language here, talking to you right now, talking in your spiritual atmosphere, saying all of these things, inspiring you through self-love and just the language of self-love, is creating a softening of the ground, but it's still kind of a hard shell. What are you ready for? And then what are you waiting for? Same time. What is holding you back? As much as I'm channeling all this energy, you still are seeming to insist that the reality is the shit pile. Reality is no. But I understand. It takes a while to climb the ladder of your identity and of your own healing and of your dynamic, the dynamic that's structured and created you as as a human being, as a personality, all these things. So again, I'm coming back to you. I'm looking at you as The piece of shit version of you. I don't like calling that. I don't like calling it that, but that is exactly what it looks like. I don't know how else to describe it. It looks like a dog poop standing up with eyeballs looking at me. He's saying, you are not that. I know life convinced you that that was you, that that is actually who you are, but life was wrong. And those people were wrong. And everything that they said and did and all the scary other stuff, that was lying. That was lying to you. And you know, you believed it. We all seem to believe the worst sides of ourselves. I know, we're all suckers to it. And it kind of stunk the whole time, but it's not the truth. You are the caliber. You are worthy. You are beautiful. You are loved. You're amazing. I'm putting a mirror in front of you. You're trying to figure out how you will smile today. In front of this poop version of you, there's a standing mirror here, and the poop version looks into the mirror and sees the waxed face version of yourself as the reflection. It's so, do you feel like a piece of shit? Do you then put on a fake sort of wax face? I mean, there's a lot to this. And this sort of, you're trying to decide how you will pose, how you will smile today, how you will fit the mold today. You are actually sort of trying to mold your smile into place, make it just right. And this piece of shit version of you is just, you just instantly collapse and start crying. Literally. You're like a body that looks like this. You're even sort of manifesting poopy arms to just, you know, because you're crying and you're just trying to hide the tears, you know, you're just so upset and you're holding your own, it just, you're so tired and sick of it. A part of you is getting really angry, and the poop version, it just wants to break that stupid mirror that's looking back at you. You're so sick of it. I'm so tired of this, you're saying. You don't aggressively lash out and you don't break the mirror, but you really feel bewildered. You do feel angry. You feel so tired of a pattern or routine of putting on the face. I'm welcoming you to cry, to express. There's some release out of the heart portal of this poop version of yourself. It was like a spring coil that just, a white one, it just sprung out of your heart. And there's sort of water washing away what now is like dirt. It was poop. It wasn't dirt. You're covered in shit. You're a shit pile. That's kind of what I feel like. Shit. I'm a piece of shit. I mean, I don't know to what degree this all means for you, but I have a feeling you will understand. And the sort of, it's washing away what was now, again, there's sort of a clean, pristine, real, honest version of yourself underneath that. You're really connecting with wanting to heal yourself, and it's probably going to take a lot of tears, and that's okay. They say, see, I never left you. It's okay. There's going to be times where you're going to feel like you can, and there's going to be times where you feel like you just can't. It's going to be times where you feel angry. That's part of how you remold and shift and shape who you really are. This is kind of a cool thing. Something is a miracle manifesting kind of energy happening. The whole scene is made out of like a rock, and it's all shaking and breaking apart. Everything was a structure that is breaking now. The whole thing is, the whole place was, even the visible energy, everything was just ready to break. That says something. The structure is ready to break. I am ready to break. Everything is falling apart. I am breaking now. That could be part of your experience, but it's a good thing. From my angle, when things are breaking and falling apart, that's when the foundation wasn't, we acknowledge the foundation didn't work, and it's time to rebuild our identities. It's time to reshape who we are, reshape ourselves so we can do it differently, be stronger, this is a big deal. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. In this shaking the whole place is breaking apart. The whole place is falling apart, breaking down. Whole structure is, there's some sort of energy, old energy coming out of the ground here. It looks like a plant or something, like a weed, and it's got an angry face on it. And it's packing its bags and it's leaving. There's no room for it here. I'm just wait. I don't like seeing these reflections get away. I'm gonna transform it. My spirit guides say nope. It's not one of those. It's okay. It's just part of the wisdom. That's a good one. That's very valuable. When we get that root out of there, now you can start planting some real seeds and growing flowers. That's what they're saying. You pull the weed out and then you can start growing flowers. And trust me, your super energy loves colors. Your super energy loves all the fragrances. Your super energy loves creative energy, loves love energy, loves manifestation. Has a very powerful spiritual healing knack. How do you tap into it? You have to start loving yourself one day at a time, and you can do this. This has been incredible to experience for me. It's been incredible because your energy has never stopped being like a super vapor of awesome. I'm just holding steady for just a pinch longer, just to kind of keep giving the sort of rumbly, let that keep going until it's ready to. I'm just finishing up some loose ends here. So I'm being pulled back, so I'm being pulled out of your spiritual atmosphere now. This was super extraordinary. You're gonna get what I'm saying, and this energy gift is gonna be a really impactful one. Just because your sensitivity, it can tell you have sensitivity already. You will be able to feel this. And it's going to help you because it's going to teach you how to pull out that energy gift in yourself. So what you can feel me do to you, you actually have the ability to make that share that gift with others. But they're saying, focus on making you number one. Focus on finding all the ways. Okay, April, you're talking to yourself. Okay, April, it's okay. I know you're feeling emotional today. I know it's confusing. I know all this stuff wasn't fair. I know everything, dot, dot, dot. It's okay. I love you. I love you so much. I care about you so much. I'm never going to leave you. I'm always going to be there with you. I'm going to hold you and take care of you and nurture you back to health. Who is saying that? Is it you saying it to yourself? Is it your soulmate speaking to you? Is it your spirit guide talking to you? Is it the angelic realm? Is it God? Is it love? It's all of those things talking to you, nurturing you. And it's important. Do that for yourself every day. Talk to yourself. Nurture your needs. Cry and hold yourself. You're not holding yourself. You're not crying alone. There are so many invisible super vapors of love all around you. And when you're self-loving and talking love to yourself, those super vapors are there speaking those words to you, holding you, inspiring you to make a hot cup of tea or watch a really warm, loving movie, write in a journal. I mean, these things help. Talk to yourself helps. Acknowledge what you're being challenged with it helps. It's okay to be a mush pile. It takes time to get strong again. You're acknowledging it's time. There's a lot to do here. You can do it, all right? So, that's all I can share with you for today, okay? Thank you so much for this experience. It's really amazing. Your spiritual atmosphere is really neat, and you've got a lot to look forward to. I mean, you've got a lot. You have quite an expression, so that's awesome to feel. And so, anyway, thank you again for this. And for those of you watching, if you would like to experience spiritual healing or psychic wisdom with me, please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel.